Okay, so let's talk about making videos. I make videos for a living, and one question that I get asked all the time by people who want to start making videos is, what kind of camera do I buy? What kind of editing system do I use? They ask me about all the tech, and then I'm just thinking, no, stop. That's the last thing you need to worry about, because first of all, you already have all the tech that you need. If you're watching this, then there's a good chance that you have a smartphone in your pocket. That thing is just as bomb as like the best video camera that was on the market not that long ago. Myles?
Yeah?
Are you eating something that comes out of a crinkly bag? I don't know. What?
Don't look at it, don't look.
What is that?
Sandwich, don't look at me, I have no pants on.
Pardon the interruption. If you're just starting out making videos, the thing you really need to worry about is story. The first thing to know about making good videos is that story trumps everything. It's the message that you're communicating. What do you want people to understand? You can have a fancy schmancy camera, but if you're like pointing it at a blank wall and you're shooting something that's really boring, then it really doesn't matter. And you can have a really crappy camera, but if you are filming something interesting, then people will watch the hell out of it. I mean, think about how many videos there are on YouTube that have gone viral. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, or like cat videos. Before YouTube, there was America's Funniest Home Videos. All those were shot in like the crappiest resolution with like the whiplash dad behind the camera, but we watched them because it was something really interesting. You're probably gonna be putting your video online, right? Let's start with some context. Let's talk about how people watch things online. Hold on, Myles has gotta go to the bathroom. Hi, Myles.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It is highly likely that whoever's gonna be watching your video is already distracted, or they're easily distracted, or both. Go on, tell the truth. When you're watching TV, are you surfing on your smartphone or on the internet? I know I do. Listen, you may think that whatever you are gonna put in your video is the most interesting thing in the world, but 9 times out of 10, the person who's gonna be watching it has got a kid yelling in the background, they've got a million other flashy links coming through their news feed, they've got 21 other tabs up on their internet browser. It is your obligation to not just be good, but to be insanely interesting if you want people to watch this all the way through. So this is a fancy chart from Wistia. They're a video hosting platform for marketers. Basically, it says that if your video is really long online, then you're gonna have a hell of a lot of people who are gonna get bored and leave it. If your video is short, like 1 to 3 minutes, you're still gonna have a lot of people who are gonna leave it. I know it's depressing, but it's a much higher chance that they're gonna stick around and watch it all the way through. The moral of the story is, if you're starting out making videos, I would recommend start by making them short, like 1 to 3 minutes, because it'll force you to only put the really good stuff in there. Watching videos is a passive sport. That's what people love about it. They can just click play, sit back, relax, and watch. But that's also kind of like a double-edged sword. When you're not looking at video content and you're looking at text and static photos, that's active. And so you can just skim through the stuff that you already know and you can control your experience. On the other hand, with video, you can't always fast forward to the part that you want to get to. If your viewer is watching something and you bore them, they're gonna jump ship. Okay, how do you keep people's attention? You might not want to hear this, but we're gonna go back to English class. You remember Shakespeare? Okay, this is the classic narrative arc. Basically, you have some character that's introduced, that character encounters a conflict, then everything starts escalating and getting crazy, sometimes a little too crazy and unbelievable. Then there's a climax, you're gonna find out, is it gonna go that way or this way? And if it's Shakespeare at the end, probably some people are gonna be dead. This is what made Shakespeare blow up and become famous. It's also responsible for you not being able to stop binge watching some reality TV show that you feel like is frying your brain, but you gotta find out how it turns out. That's what makes you keep watching. Momentum, wanting to see how something ends. Build that into your video, some sense of suspense and mystery, some driving force of excitement, and people will want to keep watching. If you want to make a video, it doesn't have to follow this formula, but it does need to make people want to keep watching. At Forward Films, we make promo videos, and they usually do follow something like this. Maybe you want to make an about video for your business or your organization. You have all these thoughts swimming around in your head, and you don't know how you're going to make them flow into a video. Start putting them into this arc, and suddenly everything's going to start making sense. First, you need a hook. It can be just something weird and quirky where people are like, WTF, what is that? I gotta know more. Or it can be just something really authentic and human where people say, yes, I feel you. Okay, then introduce your problem. Think about your target audience and introduce that problem in a way that relates to them, where they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I've been through that. Then you're gonna present yourself as the solution. It can be a customer talking about how they found out about you. It can be the founder talking about how they started this company. Don't just present yourself as the solution, but tell people how you're really gonna make an impact. How does your product, how does your organization improve lives? That's like the magic fairy dust part of video where you're gonna make the emotional connection. And then finally, your call to action. The whole marketing video is about getting somebody to do something, not like in a sleazy subliminal message way, but in a I'm gonna convince you of our value way. So be sure to call your viewer to action. I'm talking about marketing videos right now, but this little narrative arc template works for just about any kind of video. If you're doing a vlog, a content marketing video, basically anything, you gotta hook people's attention in the beginning, give them something valuable that solves some kind of problem for them, impacts their lives, and inspires them to some kind of meaningful thought or action. Anyway, yeah, so this was just a little reminder. Don't get all tripped up in the tech, because story trumps everything. And you already have a wicked video camera in your pocket, probably right now. Okay, cool. Hope this was helpful. If you want more tips on how to make videos, subscribe, please. All right, bye.